Hello and welcome back to lesson 2 of our tutorial on a few common errors in English. I am Professor Nirmalya Biswas from the Department of English, and we are going to continue our journey. In the previous lesson, we discussed a few issues and we learned how we can improve on these mistakes. Now let us begin our journey. Let us continue our journey. So the first issue that I would like to point out is the words that confuse. There are confusing words which mean almost, which sound similar, which sometimes look similar, but they do not mean the same thing. So that's why it is very important for us to understand the meanings between these confusing words, and we should be able to use them, to apply them wherever they are needed. So the first set of words has accept and accept. Look at just listen to it. Listen to the sound of these two words. They have a little bit of slight difference in the way they are pronounced. Accept and accept. Accept means to receive or to recognize. For example, she accepted the job offer. It means that a job was offered to her, a job was proposed to her, she said yes, and she agreed, she took the job. So she accepted the job offer. The next word is accept. Look at the example. Everyone except Peter was invited to the party. So everyone was invited to the party, but Peter was not invited to the party. So everyone except Peter was invited to the party. Everyone excluding or omitting. So accept means to receive or to recognize, and accept means to exclude or to omit. Now the next pair of words, they sound similar and they look almost similar, but there is a little bit of difference between them. The words are its and its. They sound similar, but one its is spelled with its and the second its is spelled with it''s. Now the first word its is possessive form of it. For example, the hotel has its own swimming pool. The hotel has its own swimming pool. And the next its with an apostrophe is a contraction of it is. For example, it's a beautiful day from it is a beautiful day. So the hotel has its own swimming pool. The dog is chasing its tail. It is the possessive form of it. Whereas it's a beautiful day, it's raining outside, it's a huge crowd in the market. All these its are written with it''s, which is a contraction of it is. Now let us move on to the next slide. These three words are often confusing. First word is lay. It means to put or set something down. For example, lay the blanket on the floor. Now let us look at the different versions, different forms of this word. Lay is present tense, past tense is laid, past participle laid, present continuous laying, and third person singular verb lays. So lay the blanket on the floor. I laid the blanket on the floor in the past tense. I had laid the blanket on the floor, past participle. Lay, laid, laid. Now the second word, lie. It means to be in a horizontal position or to recline. Now look at the different forms of this word. Lie is present tense, lay is past tense, lain is past participle, lying is present continuous, lies is third person singular number. See how the past tense of the word lie, which is lay, is similar to the present tense form of the verb lay. So that could be confusing because the past tense of lie could be lay, but lay is also another word in its own right. So lie means to be in a horizontal position, to recline. Look at the example. Lie down on the floor to sleep. He lay on the floor sleeping in the past tense, And in the past participle, he had lain on the floor sleeping. So lie, lay, lain, lying, lies. Now look at the third example. It means to say something untrue, like telling a lie. Not telling the truth is telling a lie or lying. Now look at the different forms of this verb. Lie in the present tense, lied in the past tense, lied in the past participle form, lying is present continuous, and lies is third person singular verb. For example, they always lie to us. He lied to his mother yesterday. She had lied on purpose years ago. Look at the different forms: lie, lied, lied, lying, lies. Now, both the present continuous forms of lies are same. Like lying, he is lying on the bed, but also he is lying to his mother. So just be careful about how you are using all forms of these three words. They are absolutely very tricky, but I think you will be able to control them, tame them if you actually practice more. So let us move on to the next slide. Principle and principle. You can understand that they sound definitely similar, but there is a slight difference in terms of spelling. The first word principle is spelled with P-A-L, whereas the second word principle is spelled with P-L-E. So the word principal with P-A-L means chief or main or head of an institution, whereas principle with P-L-E is a fundamental truth, system of belief or behavior. Let's look at the examples. The first word principle. The principal of the school is a kind man. That is principle with P-A-L. And the second sentence, the principles of justice should prevail. Principle with P-L-E. So the principal is main or chief or head of an institution, but principle with P-L-E is a fundamental truth or a system of belief or behavior. Alright. Now the next pair of words almost sound similar. They actually sound similar, but there is a little bit of difference in terms of spelling. Both words are spelled stationary. But one word is spelled with an A and the second word is spelled with an E. The first word stationary with an A means standing still. For example, the broken car lay stationary on the road. It means the broken car stood still on the road, not moving. Stationary with an A. Second sentence is the stationery shop sells quality products. Stationery with an E means writing and office materials. So the shop which sells writing and office materials sells quality products. So stationery with an A means standing still, and stationery with an E means writing and office materials. So be careful about these pairs of words. Now let us move on to the next slide, which is all about the silent letters. Now we all know that English has a huge number of words which have one or more silent letters. We write when we write them, when we spell them, we use them, but we do not pronounce them. So that's why they are called silent letters. For example, the first word no, knowing the silent letters on the title, it has a K in the beginning, but we do not pronounce the K. We start pronouncing the word with N. So we do not say kano, we say no. So let us look at a few chosen examples. Silent B, for example, words like bomb, climb, comb, crumb, dead, subtle, tomb, So we do not say bomb or comb or crumb or debit or subtle. We say bomb, climb, comb, crumb, dead, subtle, tomb, Silent D, handsome, handkerchief, sandwich, Wednesday. So often people say Wednesday, people say sandwich. I think most of the people make this mistake while they are pronouncing this word. They say sandwich. This is not sandwich, but this is sandwich. Similarly, not Wednesday, but Wednesday. The D is silent. Handkerchief. The D is silent. Handsome. The D is silent. Handsome, handkerchief, sandwich, Wednesday. The silent H could be found in the words like school, anchor, architect, hour, honest, ghost. People often say ghost, but this is not the right way to pronounce the word. You should not say ghost, you should say ghost. The H is silent. Similarly, hour, honest, architect, anchor, school. These all have silent H. Now let us move on to silent K. Knowledge, knife, night, neat, knob, knot, need, kneel, etc. These all have silent K. Basically, you know that most of these words, actually all the words I have listed here with silent K actually is followed by N. So the N sound is prominent, the K sound is silent. Now silent L. Yolk, bum, salmon, almond, talk, calf. Now often people say salmon, it's a kind of a fish, and almond, it's a nut, but it is not almond, it is almond, and not salmon, it is salmon, yolk, bum, salmon, almond, talk, calf. Silent P is to be found in words like receipt. It is not receipt, it is receipt. Receipt, pseudo, psychology, coup. Note this word coup. It is not coup, it is coup. Psalm. Even I did not mark the L silent there, but the L is also silent. So in that word psalm, P and L both are silent. So it is psalm, not psalm or psalm. It is psalm. And raspberry. I think many people make this mistake of pronouncing this word wrongly. They call it raspberry, but this is not raspberry, this is raspberry. Raspberry, not raspberry, raspberry. And the silent T, apostle, castle, often, hustle, listen, bristle. So often this T is silent and followed by L in certain words. Apostle, castle, often, hustle, listen, bristle, etc. Moving on to the last segment of our presentation. In the next slide, we are taking up a few more words which you probably have spelled wrongly. So I think probably pronounced wrongly. So I think it's time for you to rectify that mistake, and I think you should pronounce that word correctly. The first word is pronunciation. Look at how it is pronounced. It is not pronunciation. It is not pronunciation, but pronunciation. Pronunciation. So, pronunciation as noun has N-U-N, but pronounce as verb has an extra O. So, pronounce but pronunciation. Pronunciation. Next is DATA. It is not data, it is data. DATA, the information, it is not said, you should not say data, you should say data. Data. Next is the plural form of woman. It is pronounced as women. Women, 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 not woman or omen. You should not say woman or omen, you should say women. 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 Next word is, the fourth word on our list here is gauge. G-A-U-G-E is gauge, not gauge, not gouge. It is gauge. It is the A-U sound is pronounced as E sound in English. So it is gauge, not gauge or gouge. Alright, so let us move on to the next slide. I think you all are familiar with this word. You probably love it. And so this is called pizza. P-I-Z-Z-A is pronounced pizza, not pizza or pizza or pizza. You should not pronounce as pizza or pizza. It should be pronounced as pizza with PIT and the Z sound. Pizza, 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 pizza. Chaos. Next word is often confusing. People mostly pronounce it wrong. It is not chaos. It is not chaos. It is chaos. Chaos. Alright. CHAOS. 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 Next word is also very much familiar to you because of social media and everything. So this word is pronounced as meme, not meme or mimi. The word is not pronounced as meme or mimi, but it is pronounced as meme. M-E-M-E, meme. Meme. Last word on this list is comfortable. Now people often think that it has 4 syllables, comfortable, but it does not have 4 syllables, it has 3 syllables only. So the right way to pronounce it is comfortable, 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 not comfortable or comfortable. It should not have 4 syllables, it has 3 syllables. So pronounce it as comfortable, comfortable, comfortable. COMFORTABLE, comfortable. So that brings us to the conclusion of our discussion. Hope you have learned and hope you have benefited from this tutorial, and I would be really happy if you are enthused and if you are more interested in exploring this wonderful realm of this language. So see you and happy learning. Take care and God bless.